There are some things you should never tell a writer. First and foremost is never tell them a storyline or a plot that you think they should write. Writing, especially if you are developing your own series, your own characters, your own everything, is a very personal thing. And for you to walk in and tell somebody, oh yes, you need to do X, Y, Z. And I've had a lot of people tell me that. I will have people call me up and say, oh, in your next book, you need to put X, Y, Z in. Why? It has nothing to do with me. But they had an experience with that and they say, oh yes, you need to put that in. No, I don't. If you feel that strongly about it, it doesn't require a license to become an author. It doesn't require a license to write a short story or a novel or screenplay or anything else for that matter. When you take it upon yourself to say, yeah, you should do this, if you are not an editor or an agent or some person somehow involved in the creative process that the author is going through, you're interfering. You're not doing any favors. In fact, you're building up a lot of resentments. I had one person so insistent on the storyline, the direction that my book should go, that I actually stopped writing for a while. And so when you go in and do that, it's not helpful. The other thing you should never tell an author is you like their work, but you like so-and-so better. Okay, you've just told me that I'm not good enough. Yeah, that's real encouraging. It's an honest assessment. You could say, so-and-so is my favorite writer. That would be good. Okay, now I know something about you and it's not a judgment on me. I'm going to be interested to hear what you have to say. I'm going to be interested to know what you like about that person. But to compare a writer unfavorably to one that you really admire, they're not going to jump through hoops to win your approval. A writer has their own personal integrity. Another thing you should never tell a writer is you've got to hurry up and write the next book or write another one. Writing a book is like having a child. You may be able to have it with no problem. You may go through a series of difficulties and challenges that make it hard. I was at ThrillerCon 13. It was also the last one I attended. But one of the honorees that year was George R.R. Martin, and he was going through a lot of flack for writing the next book in the Game of Thrones series, to the point that they even did a skit during the event, a little musical of Wizard of Oz, basically all aimed at telling George R.R. Martin, you need to write the next book. I was going through a really difficult time with one of my series and one of my books, and it was really hard, and having people constantly drum it into my head that I needed to do the next book did not make it any easier. It just puts an inordinate amount of pressure on you. Look, we want to write the books. We want to tell our story. We want to get this out. We're not trying to be mean. We are not trying to frustrate you. We are not trying to disregard you or ignore you. But we can only go at our pace. So let us go with that. Understand that there might be circumstances or conditions that make it difficult. Be a little sympathetic. That goes a long way to helping us out.